Hello, it's Friday, thank crunchy, and I'm sitting outside my son's school waiting for him to come out for the end of the week. I cannot believe it has been a week since we took our boat out of the water and have her up on hard standing. Unfortunately, Ireland has gone into lockdown phase 3, which means that we cannot cross the border into the next county in order to get to our marina. So that is going to put the kibosh on us getting jobs done. Thankfully, I got the food and the soft furnishings off last week before lockdown came in. That was only announced earlier this week. And then we have a long list of to-dos for this season, or the winter season, and a number of them we are going to have to delegate to other people because we do not have the skill set or the equipment or the knowledge of using the equipment, even if we manage to borrow some, in order to get these jobs done. One of them is getting a new spray hood for Wave Dancer. Our friend who is going into semi-retirement from upholstering and making spray hoods and biminis and all sort of associated stitch work, has said that she will do that even though she is in semi-retirement. And then another job we need to do is we are getting all our soft furnishings redone. So our berths and sofas are going to be recovered. Yay! A local tradesman here in Trim is going to do that for us, Tommy Crinion, and he has done work for my sister in the past, so I know he's a brilliant craftsman. And I'm looking forward to a fresh new look for Wave Dancer in 2021. He will be able to do the job for us in January as he's currently busy. And there's no major hurry on the job because we won't be putting her back in the water until like March or April, unless this COVID thing kicks off and we're not putting her back in until a later date. We don't know. It's all up in the air, quite literally. She's up on hard standing. Anyway, another job we want to do is our coach roof. We need to improve on a repair that was done on it from where electrical cables used to go through on a little sort of swan neck that used to hook down like that. And every time we were tacking, the jib sheets would catch on this little hook and just slowly rip it further and further out of the coach roof. So we had to get it replaced. And we've noticed there's still a small leak coming through, so into the interior of the boat. So we need to get that fully finished and not so rough looking. It was just a quick repair that was done to fill in the hole, and it just needs to be like sanded down and smoothed over and perfectly filled in properly. Another job is our anodes became loose on the prop shaft and wiggled their way up and started to cut into our copper coating. So we need to get that touched up. So we'll get that done up in the yard. And also another job for the yard is the wooden grid on the cockpit floor has to be replaced. One of the panels decided, no, I'm done service last year, so my husband just used a sheet of MDF, or not MDF, marine ply, to repair it last year, just to get us out. And then I noticed a second sheet is starting to give way as well this year, so we might as well just lift the entire floor, We'll check if the frames are still intact and perfect. Brilliant. We just need to exchange out the interior panels and get them properly braced so that it will hold our weight when we're jumping around on deck, moving between one spot and another, because both myself and John, we're not lightweights, as you can see from me anyway. So we are fairly heavy footed, let's put it not nicely, and we need to make sure that it will stand up to the pressure that we put it through. And then our last big job that we need to get help with is electrics. Our friend who is a marine electrician informed us that actually the cable, the ship to shore cable that we have, the old connection was a rectangular connection on the boat end, and it is not considered a marine grade connection, so he was surprised that it passed the surveyor. But we need to get that replaced with a proper marine grade electrical connection through for our ship to shore power. So yeah, we're going to be very busy, and that's not including all the other little fiddly diddly jobs that I have a long list of. One of the skills I'm going to be learning over the winter is how to use a sewing machine. To my shame, I have owned a sewing machine for about 10 years. I have managed to unbox it. I have managed to lend it to my dad and to my sister, but I have never actually used it myself. So that is going to be a new skill set for me. And my plan is to make curtains for Wave Dancer. We have somehow managed to avoid being done for indecent exposure over the last 13 years, but we need curtains, not only for our own privacy, but so people outside are not violently ill, and yeah, so that's one of the things I want to learn how to do, and I've been YouTubing and trying to find out what is the best way of connecting curtains onto a boat. I'm like, yikes. Anyway, because the joys of a yacht is you don't have a flat, straight up wall. It's at a tilt, so it looks like I'm gonna have to have a bar on the top and a bar on the bottom, and connect it in to both those bars. And hopefully my husband won't mind me drilling holes in the inside coach roof in order to support the curtain bars. Well, I have his clearance, but whether he'll allow me is another thing. That is, he'll probably want to take on that job himself, because he's a bit of a perfectionist, and probably for my own sanity it is better that he does it anyway, because otherwise I'd never hear the end of it. I have, as I say, loads of little jobs to do. I want to repaint the interior of the hanging closets, and I wouldn't mind putting in a floorboard across the bottom of the closets. There is like little wedge down the bottom, and it sort of is used for storage of nicky-nacky news, and stuff just gets lost down there, so it is not ideal. And also I would prefer to be able to protect the electrics that are down the bottom of the closet, in case anything dropped on them or disengaged them somehow. I do not want any accidents, so I'm going to take measurements and make up a template and then transfer that onto a thin plywood floor so that we have a base to work off. And then what other sort of big jobs do we have? Of course we have to change all our anodes because our original plan was the anodes would be changed the spring of 2020 before we put her into the water. But because of lockdown back in March, she was actually put in before we had a chance to change the anodes. So by the time we took them out, they are well and truly used up. So that is a complete changeover of every single anode on the boat. And we have, as I said, a long to-do list. And hopefully this lockdown doesn't get any worse than it currently is, because I want to get a start on these jobs so we can take our time, do them right, and make sure that Wave Dancer is the best version of a boat that we can have, and really just do our best for her, put in as much time and effort and money as is necessary in order to bring her up to spec, because she is a wonderful, wonderful little yacht. She's 32 foot long. She's 1981 is when her hull was made. She was sold originally in 1982. We are currently the fourth owner and final owner of Wave Dancer, and we want her to be in tip-top prime condition. So it is our duty of care to look after her the way that she looks after us, because we have never had a moment of trouble with her. She is brilliant, absolutely bomb-proof. We've been through storms with her. Okay, 4.7s, but we've been through storms with her, and she's never let us down, and she's kept our family safe, and we owe it to her to look after her properly. And that's it. I'm going to go now because the boys are about to come out from school. Okay, bye.